5, 4, 3, 2. Realtors, you're in the right spot.
We're going to do this together.
Welcome to the Leading Edge Podcast.
These mentors showed me a map of success.
This is the place for real estate pros like you to get better at running your business, balancing your life, and having happy clients.
Do you know how powerful you are?
And now your host, Eric Thompson.
What's up, everyone? It's your good friend Eric Thompson on the Leading Edge Podcast, episode number 98. This one is called You Are in Demand. So, you guys, you should know that life is pretty good for me in the Thompson household. We are doing so many fun things this summer. Lots of time on our boat, lots of time traveling. Also, lots of time, you guys, for me, doing some live speaking. That has been amazing. I've been asked to be a keynote speaker 2 times in the last few weeks and in front of a group of just amazing agents in both cases. So much fun. You know, I love my Zooms and I really love my live presentations. So that has been incredible. I hope all of you are having an amazing summer. So here's the deal. You are in high demand. Here is a fun fact. Here is a stat that I think all of my realtor friends need to know. This is like big time news. I saw this come out recently and it didn't get as much like play, as much attention as I think that it should. And you guys, this is a big deal. And the big deal is your average commission rate has recently gone up by a lot. And this is based on research from RealTrends. You've heard me talk about RealTrends before. They are an amazing source of information about our industry. And one thing that they've been tracking for many, many, many years is the average commission rate. All right, now, quick disclaimer, of course, there's no such thing as a standard commission rate, but what they track is the average listing commission rate. So did you know in the year 2020, it hit an all-time low, based on their decades of research, all-time low of 4.94% was the all-time low hit in 2020. Again, this is the average commission rate based on the RealTrends research. The most recent data, their most recent number that they've come out with shows that it's now at 5.32%. So you guys, it has gone up a lot in a very short period of time. So it begs the question, of course, why? Now we're going to get into why, but also let's start with just celebrating that, all right? So isn't that news to celebrate? If you are in a market where the average price is $500,000, that's about $2,000 per transaction. Nothing to sneeze at, right? So that's pretty significant, right? That's a lot of money. This is real money. And so why was it so low in 2020? Why has it jumped up? And guys, it comes down to the very simple dynamics of supply and demand. Those are always the dynamics that play when you talk about any market and how prices are moving in that market, what prices are doing in that market. So the price in this scenario is your commission rate, right? That is the price. And so supply and demand, what can that be all about? Well, here's the deal. When we talk about supply, we talk about supply of realtors. Okay, so the supply of real estate agents. And the fact of the matter is, you guys, in 2020, there were a lot of realtors flooding into the business. So during that time, during that post-COVID time, so kind of the second half of 2020 into 2021, did you know that the National Association of Realtors membership was growing at the rate of about 10,000 new members per month? Realtors were flooding into the business. And if you're someone who joined during that time, that's awesome. That's amazing. No judgment. I celebrate it. It's fantastic. And in the same breath, I will say there were a lot of people who were joining who had no idea what this business was really about. It's what I used to call the illusion of easy. That's what I talked about a lot during that time, that a lot of people are joining right now, joining the business because they have the illusion of easy. They think that it's easy. They think, and I'm talking back when it was 2020, 2021, they think that all they have to do is get the real estate license and money will like start raining from the sky. And so because membership was growing so much, there were a lot of realtors. So the supply of realtors was super high. And the demand for our services back then was lower than today because guess who else had the illusion of easy? Sellers, right? Sellers said, well, what the heck do I need you for? What the heck do I need the true professional for? What the heck do I need all this fancy marketing for? Doesn't it seem easy to sell my house? I don't know if I need all this. Seems like all I have to do is put a sign in the yard and I'm going to have 20 offers. It seems easy. Now, of course, I'm exaggerating to make a point, but there was generally that mindset out there is that this seems to be kind of easy. So a bunch of realtors, so high supply and lower demand because in the seller's mind, it sure seems easy. Now, fast forward to 2023, where commission rates are now at 5.32% on average. It's the highest since 2013. Why is that? What gives? Well, what gives is the supply of realtors is going down. So realtors are leaving the business. So the National Association of Realtors, they're budgeting for a 15% decrease in the amount of their membership over the next couple of years. And so what that equates to, you guys, is over 200,000 people they estimate to be bailing out of the business, right? To be quitting, to be moving on to something else, right? That's a lot of people, that over 200,000 people. 15% decline in the membership. That's what their NAR's economist has said. Now, guys, also, in addition to people quitting, are people who are doing what? They're quiet quitting. Quiet quitting is a term that's being used a lot with employees, all right? So the entity that's doing a lot of research on this, that's really focused on this, that's studying this a lot, is Gallup. You've heard of Gallup. They do all kinds of studies and polls. You probably know them mostly for like presidential approval ratings, but you know what else they do? And actually, they do more of this. They do a lot of studies of employees and employee engagement. They've done this for decades. They really are the experts when it comes to engagement among employees. They estimate that at least 50% of all employees are quiet quitting. And what does quiet quitting mean? Of course, that just means that people are going through the motions, right? They're kind of checked out, not checked in, not giving it their all. And so they don't study quiet quitting among real estate agents, but do you notice real estate agents quiet quitting? Do you notice a lot of them quiet quitting? Do you notice them not showing up, not engaged, not coming to the sales meeting, not coming to the office, not coming to training sessions, not really doing any marketing anymore? But they haven't given up in the business, like they haven't inactivated their license. They're still active as realtors, but they're checked out. There's a lot of those, right? Do you notice a lot of those? So the supply of realtors is going down, especially the supply of realtors who are engaged. So meanwhile, we have demand going up, demand for true experts, because this whole illusion of easy in the mind of the seller has done what? It's gone away. Sellers get now that things are different, things are much harder, things have changed. They get that they need the help of a true pro. So check it out. Look at the supply-demand equation today versus just a few years ago. It's flipped on its head. Supply is going down, demand is going up, and that is why, my friends, that the average commission rate has jumped up so much, right? So that is simply just evidence of the fact that you are in demand. So I want you to really understand that. I want you to realize this, that in the face of a market that has fewer transactions, right? So it's like the pie has shrunk. That's real, but the number of people looking for a slice of the pie, the number of people like there at the table, wanting to, take a bite of that pie is smaller. And also the demand for the true pro like you has gone up because the seller knows that things are hard right now. So what do you need to do? You need to realize that. You need to stay fully checked in. Like you're not going to be one of the quiet quitters, or definitely not going to be one of the quitters. You're not going to be one of the quiet quitters. You're going to stay totally checked in. You're going to keep getting after it because there is plenty of opportunity, plenty of chance to help, especially for people like you who are the true pros. So this podcast, you guys, hopefully is putting a bounce in your step. That is the goal of this podcast, for you to like realize what's really happening in the market and to see the numbers behind this and the numbers showing you the evidence that you, my friends, are in demand. All right, so I hope this podcast was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you engaging and tuning into it as always. I look forward to seeing you in the next podcast. And as always, in the meantime, enjoy life on the leading edge. We'll talk to you guys soon.